Give me a minute, and let's talk about interest rates in Russia. So they did it again. Despite saying the Central Bank of Russia officially raised the core interest rate for bank-to-bank overnight lending to 19%. Now, this is after the director of the bank, of Russia's central bank, this is Russia's central bank director, said after last month's rate increase that further increases would have no structural benefits. None. So why'd they do it? Right now, this time the increase was only by a percentage point, 100 basis points, not the multiple point increases that we've seen of late, which might indicate that she was under pressure from Putin to do something about inflation. And the only tool left is this. There are so many currency and price controls on the currency in Russia right now. If you're an exporter, for example, and you get paid in dollars, you can't hold on to those dollars. You've got to convert them to rubles. Private citizens can't hold more than so many dollars. Dollars and euros have been replaced on the foreign currency exchanges by yuan, because they're no longer allowed to use the dollars and euros. This is a massive problem for them. All of these things. The Russian economy right now is overheated, overstimulated, as the government just pours money into defense sector spending. Defense sector spending now takes up about $4 out of every $10 that the Russian budget has. That is not sustainable. That does not drive growth. That does not improve the quality of life for the people in the country. That makes buying anything and improving your circumstances in any way more and more difficult. You can't afford to buy a car if the rate on the loan is 26%. You can't do that with a house either. They are in this awful wage inflation cycle that is going to burst. It's going to burst and things are going to be bad. And this is just this is like a Band-Aid for cancer. It's not going to work. And in fact, it may prove detrimental. How much longer this can be sustained is anybody's guess. But the best data that we have indicates that the sovereign wealth fund will have spent all of its liquid assets in about another 3.5 or 4 months. And if that happens, then Russia is essentially broke. And that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. I want to give a big shout out to Chris Carter, who is the sponsor of this video. Chris is a longtime supporter of the channel. I literally would not have the life I have here in Ukraine and be able to do this without the support of Chris and the other Patreon supporters. So every month I give him a shout out and I thank him. You can get a shout out too. Just join the Patreon at the C Babies level or higher, and you too will get a video shout out every month. Again, Chris, thanks for everything, pal.